We're going back in the past. We're going to take a minute and dig back into our debut with our debut, like I'm on the payroll, WWE's debut onto the big show, the big platform of ESPN. Bro,
fire.
First thing,
absolutely fire.
What's fire? Are you talking about the show was fire?
Is that whole thing, the ESPN debut?
Yeah.
It was, all of it was good. The energy, the way, it was good, dude. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I got excited. I cut you off. Go ahead.
Well, I was just setting you up here. First, I could tell by your voice you didn't hear my comments on it last week, which is fine, which is perfect.
I did not.
So, as far as did you see it Saturday that it happened, or did you see it like the next day, or?
I'm pretty sure I'm trying to remember, man. So much happened. I think I'm pretty sure I watched it. No, I watched it the next day.
Okay.
I watched it the next day because I remember I asked you for the code.
Right.
And I believe that was the following day.
But wait. Ixnay on the passport sharing. Hold on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yes, so you got a chance to see it on Sunday. So you didn't have a lot of connectivity issues then. You just it didn't glitch on you
was
at
there
all?
An issue?
Oh, Saturday was an issue, and
wow.
and here's what I said last week. I'm going to be repeating myself a lot, but it is to continue the conversation. I didn't get to it live. I got to it live, but not at the beginning. The pay-per-view I think started like around 7 or 8 or some shit like that. I was out. Remember, I told you I was out with Alex and his friend or whatever. We didn't get back till like 9-ish or whatever. So the pay-per-view was still on, but I caught it from the beginning. And it was glitch mode 3000. It was tough. Those first few minutes were just really like fucking
just from
tough.
Numbers.
See, that's the thing. It's a weird thing because ESPN. This happened when we first got the WWE Network. It was glitchy. When it went to Peacock, same thing happened. It was glitchy, but both times they got it figured out. ESPN glitchy. The next pay-per-view is Crown Jewel. I don't predict it will be glitchy again, but for whatever reason, they bought this property because they knew it was popular. And for whatever reason, whenever we start streaming on these new platforms, they're not prepared for how popular it is. Everyone starts logging in and it starts lagging up. It didn't last forever. It wasn't to an annoying point, but it started off rough. Which brings me to my question to you. When the glitch part for me happened during the opening package, which I really wanted to fucking see. What were your thoughts on that opening package, that combination with ESPN and WWE?
I mean, do we want to jump straight to the controversial part, or do we want the overall thing?
I know what part you're thinking of, and we haven't discussed this already, but you're talking about the Vince McMahon pop. I know that
right. So real quick before we get to that, because I don't want to drag it, but no, I thought it felt. I'm actually curious on how you felt from what I'm going to say, because it felt pretty cool.
Okay.
Like, it was. Let's remove the bullshit for a second. This was the vision from the very beginning, and they told that story in that opening package. And obviously, I'm not I can't attach myself to all of those moments, but even I was like, "Damn, dude, this was a journey, a ride." Like,
yeah.
This is nuts. Like, we're here right now. This is kind of crazy. So that's how I felt about it. And then even to the point, and I think, I don't know how to express this, but even to the point where when we did see the thing we were talking about, the Vince McMahon, it to the point where I didn't care, because I feel like what's happening right now, it was bigger than that. And I didn't want that to kind of take it. Now, I know people do that all the time, and they allow that to take away from it. Mm-hmm. But I just didn't want that to take away from what the hell was happening. We were weaving videos of historical sports with the WWE, and it looked great. Like, it was just, I don't know. When I kind of got chills a little bit now talking about it again, like rethinking about it, dude. It was just nuts, the journey. And all the blood that was shed to get here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to at this level on ESPN, on an actual sports network, and have them weaving sports anchors talking about sports, and like this kind of becoming a reality, I don't know. I just felt like the thing that was happening was just so much bigger than the bullshit. And I know that's kind of might be a little controversial to say, but that's just kind of like where I stand and how I look at things. So I loved it. I thought it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think it goes under the radar even with the most hardcore fans, but WWE has spent almost its entire existence under this version of Vince McMahon with a connection to ESPN for years. You see the Attitude Era commercials that they did. You see the 70s and the 80s matches that aired on ESPN. A lot of people may not know this in the New York area. You may know this, but not only ESPN, but the New York Post, the New York Times, they used to report on WWE events. So you used to be able to see match cards and stuff in the paper. They've had relationships through these people for forever. And you know, I think this was a wonderful video. I think it showcased a lot of its history and what's to come. But we got to take a step back just for a second. And yes, the Vince McMahon pop, which I thought, Jesus, if you're anti-Vince McMahon, and there's a lot of people that are, if you're anti-Vince McMahon, that is not what you wanted to hear at the pay-per-view. The fact that these people popped and were excited to see that clip. There's something there, and if I'm Vince McMahon, I am at home just punching air because it's just like, I just want to go back to work. Just let me
look. See, they still love me.
Yes,
it's okay.
They still love me. They want me there. Why can't I do this? This is crazy. He's got to be all purple-lipped and raisined up and just mad as fuck. Just Jesus Christ. Now, I asked the question last week because I also talked about Stephanie's induction to the Hall of Fame, which we'll get to you in this. I'm going to ask you that in a second when we get there. But one of the questions that I had that I posed to people is, ever since his controversy, he hasn't not only been on the television in person, but he hasn't even really been mentioned on the television in forever, not even for Hogan. He was pissed that he was not asked to be there for the Hogan deal. You gotta assume he's gonna be there for Steph's thing. You would almost assume that he kind of has to be there for the Steph thing.
You know what? I'm gonna take it to a different place when you say that. Okay. And where I'm gonna take it is, because this is what as I sat on it, and I'm glad you're saying what you're saying. If he's there for Steph's thing,
right?
I predict he is on the road to beating this case, because I'm pretty sure I remember them saying that they were trying to stay far away from this situation as possible. So that image was a litmus test. I honestly believe it was. And if he is in the first, it was first with Triple H mentioning him during the last Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And it was them showing his face. And if he's there with Stephanie, I'm telling you, that case is going a lot better for him than you think it is. Because if he was really under fire with that right now, they would not be doing this.
They wouldn't be touching it at all.
I think there's this reason to, same thing with Brock Lesnar coming back. I think there's reason to believe he is beating this case. And if he beats this case, I don't know to what degree. But he will be very involved. And if you don't think he's not going to be abusing this for TV, you're fucking crazy.
I know that he's just got to be frustrated. He's
got scripts written on the wall. He's ready to go.
Oh yeah, he's got tally marks on his walls like a prison, like a jail.
Absolutely,
just waiting for the day. He's gonna die in that chair, 100%.
So was there like a outcry like in the street? Did your ear was to the streets? Did you hear anything crazy
about the Vince McMahon pop? No, there was a lot of people that acknowledged that they heard it. But it wasn't like expanded on. It was more or less like something that people just observed. I think the one time that they did it, I don't think would be a tremendous issue for people. If it becomes, like you said, like a constant pattern that's developing, and it starts to feel like they're taking risks by involving him for a good reason, then yeah, you might start seeing more of an outcry for sure. But yeah, so so the Vince McMahon pop definitely was an entire whole ass thing. But then we get to the actual show, and brother, what did I tell you about pettiness? Didn't we have this conversation? Petty. Look at your opening match here. So I gotta ask you though, because this is what we're doing. We're here to catch up on the lost time. I gotta ask you. I told you this was going to be the opening match. For obvious reasons, it was the opening match. But what did you think of the match?
I felt like it was okay. So two things was in my head originally when I saw it. First, that you called it, that they were first. So that wasn't, I guess, too much of a surprise per se. But I was like, oh, okay, he called it. And then, secondly, that you made mention before that this has to be a John Cena paced match, and I don't think it was.
No, I said that if Brock's winning, it's under 10 minutes. I didn't say how the match would go, which is what I said last week, because I didn't know how that match would go, but I figured if Lesnar was going to win, it would be under 10 minutes, which it was. It was an 8-minute match. If it was going to be a John Cena win, then it needed to be a John Cena match, and now you're looking more into in between the 10 and 15-minute mark. And now that we know that John didn't win, it was what it was. But that type of match that they had, I didn't see coming. I didn't see that happening.
I thought it was freaking awesome.
You thought it was awesome?
I thought it was good. I mean, it wasn't a slow. Okay, now you made me feel like I'm not fucking remembering it correctly. It wasn't like a slow. I didn't feel like it was a slow John Cena match. I felt like Brock kind of controlled it.
It was a Brock Lesnar match.
Right, and he beat the shit out of him. And what kind of took me is, I believe we were talking before about, he wasn't gonna, he was gonna win out until the end, and then it was just such a decisive win.
I think that's what people got the most pissed about.
This was a very traditional Brock Lesnar comeback, beat your ass type of match on a John Cena victory tour.
Yes,
which I'm not mad at it.
Oh, okay.
I think this is fine. But I can see why some people might be pissed about it.
I was pissed about it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I was pissed about it. Not you nailed all of it about it being a more traditional, this is the way that they build Brock. He's a fighter, he's a badass, he's, as Paul Heyman says, the last ass kicker in WWE. I get all that. Brock should be dominant. I understand that. But 9 times out of 10, when you have a dominant Brock, it's to build somebody up. We're not building John. He's on his way out. And that means that we're building him for someone else. For who? Because the match that everybody has been asking for years, the dream match, which is the match I'm pretty sure we're going to get, is Lesnar and Gunther. And I don't think you need Lesnar to burn through a John Cena to get him ready or get him more heat for a Gunther. So I don't know what that match serves. It's not like someone's going to walk away from that and go, oh yeah, Lesnar's dominant, as if nobody already knew that. I heard one person since last week's episode, he tried to make sense of it. He goes, well, it makes sense that Lesnar would go to the ring and dominate John Cena because it's the first match that you're seeing on ESPN. And if you're an ESPN user, you probably don't watch a lot of wrestling, but you know Lesnar from UFC. So you would assume that Lesnar would go in there and murder anybody that he's in there with.
I don't like that perspective.
I don't like that perspective either because it still doesn't make sense to the idea that you really
doesn't drive the product. I understand it drives the network,
right?
But it doesn't drive the product on the network. I don't like that narrative.
Also, you're basically saying that those people are stupid because what person who does know Brock Lesnar from UFC doesn't already know that he's the former WWE guy and that WWE stuff is different from the UFC. When he was in the UFC, they kept saying he's the WWE guy. So everybody knows he's a former... It doesn't ring anybody's bells. It doesn't do anything for anybody. It was a dominant, strong win, okay, but he's had those types of strong wins 1,000 times in the past. So I don't know. Me personally, it didn't do anything for me. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you, and you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
That's all that matters.
I don't have a problem with it. I actually liked that it wasn't a John Cena pace match as we thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
And I kind of said that I kind of ironically made a joke that Brock Lesnar was going to come in and kind of steal the momentum from the run or end it. And I feel like that's kind of like what happened a little bit. So I'm going to pretend that I made that call and pat myself on.
And then there it is. Well, there's no retaliation coming because in October in Australia at Crown Jewel, Cena's got AJ Styles, so that's not even going to be a thing for us to. We're not even going to see the come up in. So there's nothing that's going to come from that. He just beat the shit out of John Cena and didn't went about his goddamn business. So we'll see what happens with Lesnar. Vision Usos, the tag team match. What did you think?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was all right.
That's the theme of this, Dave. We're trying to get, as we continue through. I can't give my perspective. I gave it last week, so it's
enough.
It's the show.
No,
it's the Dave show right
now. It was all right, man. It was all right.
Did you see the Jey Uso spot?
I will tell you. It was my takeaway from this was I watched the whole match, dude. I promise you that I don't have a lot of memories of a lot of this shit, dude. This week was that bad to me. But what I can tell you that I did really like the fact that it just seeing him next to his brother, it did look different. He definitely looked like, as he probably should. I mean, he held the belt, right? I really like the way Jay looked like a superstar here and not just like a part of the Usos. It just seemed like two individuals as a team, as opposed to like that being their like identity and stuff like that. I know that ain't really much from the match, but that was my freaking takeaway from it.
No, but it's a good takeaway. Yeah, it's a good takeaway because that's the point, right? You would think that of all the effort and time they put into getting him over, that it worked. Because now putting them back in the team doesn't really look like it fits. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't for a set of twins that are in a tag team to have progressed so far in your career that it doesn't feel right for him to be in that tag team anymore is a plus. It's good. You've managed to create a star, which was the idea from the word go. So that's good. Did you see the chair spot?
I'm trying to remember it. Explain it really quick.
It was Jey Uso's got a steel chair in his hand. Braun Breaker's he took a shot to the gut, so he's selling forward and exposing his back. And Jey Uso wallops this dude so goddamn hard with the chair. It bounces off of Braun and hits Jey right in his fucking face.
Thank you for explaining that because I tried to figure out where he got busted. So I don't know if
okay. So
switch. I don't know if I just didn't I'm stupid and I didn't see it. I feel like it happened so fast. I was like, where? And I'm pretty sure I rewound it as well. Just like, why is he cracked? Like, did he cut? Like, what happened?
Not just cut, but a concussion, bro. It was bad.
Oh, that bad, huh?
Yeah, he walloped himself.
Yeah, he cracked his face, so he was definitely bleeding. I was like, that's what I was saying to him. I was like, he hit him with the chair. Well, how is he busted? I don't understand what's going on here.
Reversal.
Dude, these camera angles these dudes are quick.
He's bleeding in HD.
That's crazy. But yeah. Okay, concussed. That's crazy.
Yeah, it got pretty bad. I
would say get some sleep, but that's something you don't diagnose to someone who's concussed, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the opposite you want. Yeah, or at least not until you've been checked out, and then they can safely green light. Try to get some rest.
Yeah.
You don't want to fall asleep immediately after getting walloped in the head with a metal chair. Stephanie Vacour and Io Sky for the women's world title. Uh-oh.
I love Stephanie. Dude.
Oh, she's awesome.
I do. I love Stephanie.
Spiral tap for the finish. Yes.
It was so good. She does it so good. I hope this isn't too soon.
And I called this one too. I said this was it. Pull the trigger.
And the only reason why I say that is because they were just being, in the past couple months, they're just wishy-washy. I don't know what the best word to use for it, but it was like some nights they seem like they're all in on her, and then sometimes it just felt like you didn't see her. and it's just kind of weird. Like I didn't see like a consistent story build up. I know I heard what happened with the belt being dropped and stuff like that. So now we put them together. I thought this would have been a great time to show a lot of her skills in this match. Give it to Io and then maybe have them go. Even if Io dropped it to her, just having this real go at it before actually picking up the belt. But I like her so much that I'm not gonna say that this was too soon. I just hope they handle it well and then just put her in the right position. It's obvious her being in the ring with the top stars, that's where she belongs. So let's just make sure they just develop her and keep her on the right track. I don't want to see what I know people love her. What I personally feel is happening with Tiffany to happen to her. So we'll see what happens.
Thoughts on this? Of the 5 matches, you said earlier, hey, what's the scuttlebutt? You got your ear to the ground. What's all the hubbub? Big portion of the audience thought this was match of the night. This match right here.
Io and
Stephanie.
Stephanie?
Yes. Yeah. Everybody was sold that this was it. This was the one.
I can't. It's hard to argue that.
Okay.
It's hard to argue that.
Well, the other,
as you jog my memory a little bit more here, I'll let you know. But it's hard to argue that.
Well, the other contender for match of the night from a lot of people, the mixed tag team match: CM Punk, AJ Lee, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch.
No, who the fuck said this was match of the night?
Quite a few people said this was match of the night. I disagreed. I thought the girls were the match of the night.
That's no. There is no disagree here. Okay, let me just stop you immediately. Let's get past this as fast as we fucking can.
You didn't like this match, huh?
No, stop it. Stop. If you are saying, anyone out there listening, and you can leave whatever comment in the bottom in the comments about how stupid I sound, that's perfectly fine, because I know the truth is that if you think this match was even good, let alone match of the fucking night, you are so starstruck by little petite women. It's unbelievable. Okay? First of all, both men completely sandbagged this shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is a complete sandbag. This is a couple's date. And the men aren't being men. They didn't meet each other, and they're just like grunting and they're like nodding to be cordial because their wives are hot and they don't care about the other person. They're just there for their wives. Okay, that's what that felt like between those two. And as far as the women go, Becky was fine. Becky was Becky. She did what she does.
Mm-hmm.
But AJ, listen, I'm not going to come on here and shit on her because I don't know her. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure what she did in the past was magical, right?
Okay.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that she's probably 5 foot nothing, petite, and good looking. I'm sure it has nothing to do with that.
A Puerto Rican from New Jersey. I'm interested.
And it has everything to do with her athletic ability, her storytelling, and all that wrestling stuff. I promise you that's probably what it is. But it's nostalgia. And it's not her fault. It's not anyone's fault here. And she signed a contract for some time. So is she gonna improve as she gets more reps and stuff like that? It was a mixed tag. They do this for a reason. They she can get her sea legs back or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Just get in the ring, get comfortable. We'll build on it and start to come back, and everything will feel natural. She moves great when she's not wrestling, storytelling, stuff like that. That's perfectly fine. But the match itself was so fucking boring. I could not wait for it to finish. And when she finally got in the ring, that double leg takedown that I said looked good, that was the only thing I think she did that to me was like, oh, okay. Once she did that the first time, it was a wrap for me. It felt so dull. It felt like Becky was kind of like wrestling herself. Like sometimes it's like you can tell when one person's doing a lot of the heavy lifting. And again, this isn't a comment to her ability. She's been out for a while, so that's perfectly fine. But man, Brock Lesnar's been out for a little while, and he looked pretty good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's not a fair comparison.
Listen, but he's been in and out as well, and there have other wrestlers have been in and out and come back, and it has looked different. Mm-hmm. So I know this sounds like I'm killing her. I'm not. But what I'm saying from someone who doesn't know her, and maybe this is unfair because this isn't the AJ that everyone loves, this shit was so overblown. Like, I thought I was about to see the most epic shit in the ring based on how everyone was fucking acting. And this was so disappointing to me that I think to me it was worse than what it actually was because of the way everyone was making this shit sound like this was going to be hot fire. So that's my take on
high bar.
That shit was trash.
I'm not going to obviously go through. You can listen to my review of it last week, folks. I'm not going to get into it, but I kind of want to get a thought from you on what I said about the match. The official time for this match was 29 minutes, 18 seconds. And for
Which is fair.
Okay, but for someone who's coming off of 10 years of not doing this, that's way too fucking long. And
you know
I think
what?
it exposed everybody because they ran out of ideas after a while, and you just start seeing they had a good start planned, they had a good end plan, and in the middle is just stuff just happening.
Yep. And I'm glad you said that because I'm going to shoot her some bail. That's their fault.
Yes,
that's their fault. They did not pace this properly. They did not cover. They did not cover for her properly. They did not put her in the right position to look really good. 29 minutes. For the amount of energy that people really wanted to see this match and the superstars that were in the match, there's no reason why it couldn't go 29 minutes. There's no reason why it couldn't round it up to 30 minutes. None at all. Even with the same circumstances, there's no reason. But like I told you, I felt like the other two were sandbagging. Like it just did not feel like a high performance between the two guys. It was almost as if they were trying not to take the spotlight from the ladies, which is weird because you don't want it on her right now. You want the atmosphere that she's bringing, but you don't want the pressure on her. And I think they put too much pressure on her. So, like I said, I'm not trying to kill her, but they deflated the fuck out of me. It was way too much energy for what I got personally. Okay. So whatever.
Well, speaking of too much energy, I think this next one goes in the opposite direction. Cody and Drew. For the WWE title, what were your thoughts on that one? Yeah. Remember what I said in the preview of it? How this is as cold as either of them have been in a long, long fucking time. And I didn't care about this match at all. I was highly upset when this shit went on last. I was like, you guys are fucking bugging. I was like, oh.
These are and you know what? I'm starting to think Drew might be the problem here. Because what I'm about to say, and I don't like saying that because I like Drew a lot, and if anything, I want the problem to be. I want it to be Cody Rhodes. I want Cody to be the problem here, but the issue I have is. The issue I have is that didn't we say who did we say not too long ago that the chemistry and Drew was involved just wasn't good and we did not want to see them together anymore? Who the hell was it?
That Drew was wrestling?
No. It wasn't Seth, was it? Actually, it might have been Seth. Where it was just like, dude, their chemistry is just so bad. And
wait. Seth and who? What are you talking about?
Drew McIntyre.
Oh, Drew. Okay,
has done a program with someone. I can't remember. I
thought it was Priest. Wasn't it Priest?
Yes.
It was Priest, right?
Yes.
They had similar styles, so we were like, okay, we're good.
And you were like, I never want to see this shit again.
Yeah.
And my take on that was, it really feels like it's the chemistry between the two. And again, as I kind of feel the same way. It's weird. I don't want to preemptively say that it's it's on Drew, but I don't know.
It's kind of on Drew.
I don't know. I wonder what your take is on that, but it's just something that I've kind of realized.
I just think
I don't want to put that on him, but it's just hard.
I just think they're all, especially in situations like this, they're all victims to the style. The style is, unless you have something unique that you do within that style, they all look the same. It's cookie cutter matches. It just is, and not a lot of wiggle room for the kind of creativity that I think either one of them could really do. And I'm referring to Cody and for Drew. So this match is what it is. It's a Raw main event that could be. I was just gonna say could be used to further the storyline, but I don't. The way that this match ended, is there more to the storyline? I don't even know. So it just kind of was what it was, I guess.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. There you go.
It just is what it is. It is what it is, and it was what it was.